Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. May Lord Beelzebub bless you all. May the nine kings of hell bless you all. Tata back here today with another video. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chief Minister of North America for FEBRAE, a spiritual advocacy and religious watchdog group with direct ties to the Brazilian government, or I should say Brazilian Federation, with over 168,000 registered members currently. I also am the Tata founder and chief of Casa de Kimbanda, Reino de Exu Capa Preta. I'm a ninth generation Tata of Kimbanda Luciferiana and a ninth generation Tata of Umbanda Omolocô, with my family practicing Umbanda and Kimbanda now for over 900 years. So, with the introductions out of the way, guys, I wanted to bring a really interesting video that I don't see many people asking about, which people should ask about because there's a big difference. And that is, what is an assentamento and what is a pact? What are the similarities and what are the differences? Well, let's go. First and foremost, I should preface this by saying, come and get a reading before you make any decisions on your own. Make a decision after the reading, after asking your questions. Okay, let's go. So, an assentamento. An assentamento is most oftentimes done either in a cast iron cauldron or in an alguidar de barro. And assentamento, it is a direct connection between you and your Exu, be it your Exu de frente, your Exu tronqueiro, your Exu porteira, or your pombagira de frente or pombagira porteira. Now, when you do your initiation and you do your ceremony and you do your assentamento, that starts opening a lot of spiritual doors for you, similar to a pact. However, where it's different from a pact is one, this is your spiritual force. This is no one else's spiritual force. This is not mine. This is not the neighbors. I'm not grabbing this from, the mountains of Chile. I'm literally pulling this from your spiritual core. That's one of the biggest differences. Whereas in the pact, you can choose which deity, demon, daemon, spirit you want to do this pact with, being the fact that if they do accept, there are times where they may say no. Now, when you do your assentamento, you're also opening many spiritual doors in the sense of your ori starts opening more, your third eye starts opening more, your spiritual ports in your body where the blood touched, you're going to feel your spiritual ports opening. The reason being is the blood was dripped directly over your ori. I can't get too much into details of the initiation in itself. I can provide certain vague details, but enough to prove the point of how different these two are. When you're doing a pact, you are doing a contract in essence with this spirit, deity, demon, daemon, whoever it is that you're doing this pact with. And in this pact, you guys have a contract in essence laid out. It's nothing of this Hollywood bullcrap where you're selling your soul that doesn't exist. In essence, a pact goes like this, right? It'll have a predetermined time, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, when you have to renew, maybe for some pacts, maybe even 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, depending on the stipulations of the contract. You renew it every time. That's what makes it a pact and not a ceremony for opening paths or a love spell or something like that. The main difference being that you have to renew. This is basically an agreement between you and this deity. And when you're doing this agreement, you're saying, this is what I want. This is what I expect to happen. This is what you said you wanted. And this is what you said is going to happen as a result of me giving you those offerings and agreeing to the terms of our conditions. Now, contracts or pacts, as many people call them, in essence, it's not really a bad thing. It can be very, very good for people who don't work in Kimbanda and don't really want the responsibility of taking care of their Eshu and Pumajira. Because at the end of the day, your Eshu and Pumajira are going to feel some type of way if you do their initiation, do their assentamento, and they just get left in the closet. and you only call upon them when you need something, they're going to look at you and be like, oh, so I'm a convenience to you now. And these Exus and Pomagiras, they're very powerful, especially if they belong to you and your family core or your spiritual core or astral core. They will mess you up bad if you kind of play them. These are forces where they rather work to help you than help against you. Now, if you mess up when you do your assentamento, and let's say, for example, you don't feed them for 1 month, they'll be lenient with you. They'll be like, hey, just give me, an extra rooster, or just give me an extra drink, give me this or that. Whereas in a pact, you're more at the mercy of the deity or spirit that you're doing this with. If you don't, for example, let's say you did it in February and they said, okay, every March you have to renew, and you didn't renew it the next March that came, let's say you asked and the contract was for wealth. Don't be surprised if by June you're sleeping in a cardboard box underneath the freeway, shooting up heroin. Because at the end of the day, these are forces that you don't understand. Us as Tatas, we understand them, but we have to maintain secrecy at times because not everyone is able to understand. Not everyone is able to fully decipher. And I understand that here in the America scene, you guys are new to Tatas because you guys have just been scammed left and right with Tatas. But obviously, my certificates are there posted in my TikTok. And I do just wanted to preface and say, please do your homework, okay? There's a lot of Kimbanda books out there. Almost none of them are clear. And when I say clear, a lot of them have influences from Candomblé or influences from Umbanda, where there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're wanting to learn pure Kimbanda, you're not going to find that in books because pure Kimbanda is secrecy. So I hope I have answered some of those questions when it comes to the differences. Just to recap, Assentamento, you have the obligation. You have to take care of them every month. It's a spiritual path. It's basically you are walking with spirituality. It's a spiritual journey. You have to take care of them. You have to agree by the terms and conditions set forth by your spiritual team. Pact, it's a contract. It's not your forces. It's somebody that you wanted to work with or someone that accepted to work with you, and you have to abide by the contract. If you don't abide by the contract, everything will be stripped from you. As opposed to Assentamento, not nearly as much gets stripped away from you. They give you your life lessons. They'll make you bump your head along the road. Like, hey, reminder, you have to take care of me. Nudge, nudge. You have to take care of me. You fell down the stairs. You didn't break anything. You didn't bruise yourself. It's a reminder, take care of me. Take care of me. This is your Eshu speaking, And another very key discernment is doing an assentamento. You're tied to the temple of the priest. He's your father, as opposed to doing a pact. That's not your father. That's just a priest who's helping you and giving you this entity or deity or spirit to work with. So you're not connected with the temple if you do a pact. The priest is not responsible for you. You're not really much protected from anything unless that's some of the stipulations that you put in the contract. And the pact, really, for who it's for, is for those who don't want any responsibility or spirituality. They'll do what they have to, once a year. I've had people where they pay me for 5 years worth of work. Like, here's 5 years worth of payments. Take care of it. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And with spirituality, when you're doing and walking a path like Kimbanda, doing your sentamentos, that's not how it works. It's more of life lessons, learning your patience, learning your Ori and what your Ori is telling you to do. Reminder, your Ori is your spiritual antenna. It's your strongest spiritual point in the human body. And you have to, or I should say, let me rephrase, it would behoove you to listen to your spiritual forces if you do a sentiment, okay? Hope you guys have found this video educational. Send this to somebody who would like to learn about Kimbanda, who would like to learn some differences. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. My name is Tata. You can find my WhatsApp in my bio on TikTok. as well as if I post this on any other social media platform, you will find it in the comments, the descriptions. At some point, you will find my contact information. Hope you guys have a blessed night. May Lord Beelzebub bless you all. May Lord Lucifer bless you all. And I hope you guys have an excellent evening.